What's executive function? Or is it executive functions? Or is it executive functioning? Or is it executive dysfunction? All of these sorts of things. Who cares? What is executive function? The point is what is this all about? Executive function is how the human brain, how actually a lot of brains, uh, animals have executive function as well, but it's how the front third, where are we here? The front third, the prefrontal cortex, the frontal lobe, if you put your hand right here on your forehead, how this front part of your brain helps us to to execute tasks, to get things done. How the brain helps us to get important things done. Now, I like to talk about something called spoke theory, and this is just a theory that my brain likes because think about the spokes on a wheel, a bicycle wheel. Think about all the spokes. All those spokes work together. They connect to the hub, they make the wheel go, they all work together. And similarly, the executive functions, the different executive functions, I talk about 13 or 14 depending on the day. I don't have to get super linear about it, but some people say there are 3 or 5 or 8 or 10 executive functions. I say 13 or 14. Again, it doesn't matter. These are the things that the brain does to help us to get something done. So, people with executive function challenges, like me, like the students that I work with, people with executive function challenges struggle with getting things done. What are those spokes? Some of those spokes might be things like planning. If I want to get something done, let's say I want to have a little concert, I have to plan. Okay, let's say that I want to have a little concert, I have to rehearse and practice. And when I practice, I have to focus on details. I have to focus, pay attention, concentrate. Those are part of executive functions. I have to prioritize doing that over something that may be more fun. Maybe I don't want to practice. I want to go hang out with my friends, but I am going to prioritize the important thing over the fun thing with my executive function. So managing time, I even talk about something called advocacy or asking for help. I talk about that as part of executive function, which isn't a traditional part of it. Working memory. There are all these different parts of executive function. Either way, what you want to walk away with knowing right now is that it's how the front part of the brain helps us to do anything that's necessary to get important things done. And when we're not getting important things done that are for our own well being, that we need to do so that we have a life full of possibilities and choices and opportunities, and we're procrastinating and we're not feeling motivated to do these things that are actually important for us, we just want to do the fun or interesting things. We really want to learn how can we harness this executive function to do the important things so that we have choices in all areas of our life. So that is what I got for you. My name is Seth Perler with TIFOS, the Executive Function Online Summit. We have an amazing summit every year. And at this summit, we have a bunch of experts who teach you about executive function. And we have these different speakers. I am the host of this summit here. And you can register free right here to learn more at executivefunctionsummit.com. And each year, I have the speakers talk about what executive function is and what you're going to learn. And what you're going to learn from me this year at the summit in my talk is it's going to be about how to have a master plan for the entire school year, or if your kid's not in a traditional school situation, how to have a master plan for the upcoming year to really think through specifically when and how you're going to be able to support your kiddo, to have a plan so that it's not random and you actually know what you're going to do. So that's what I'll be talking about. And if you want to know more about my background, we also talk a little bit about who these speakers are, but I was a teacher for 12 years with a master's in gifted and talented education and special education. And I taught for 12 years all sorts of different awesome neurodiverse kids, and I really gravitated towards kids who were struggling with school. And I think it was because I related so much to them. And nowadays I'm a speaker and I YouTube, I'm on a bunch of podcasts, I run the summit, I have a community, courses, all sorts of things. But everything that I do is dedicated to that mission of helping the world learn more about executive function so that kids don't struggle needlessly, so they get their needs met, because we have the resources to be able to help kids. And it's frustrating to me that we don't. So that is what my life is about. So again, I hope you join us for TIFOS. Go ahead and sign up right here. You can sign up for my freebies on my site, sethperler.com or whatever, but just join us for the weekend. Dive in, learn as much as you can to support your kiddos. Take care.